Chapter 8. The Superchargers of the Law of Attraction. Desire. The electrical power plant doesn't have the energy. It generates the energy. We don't have the motivation. We generate motivation. A primary driver that will spark your motivation is ambition, the desire for something more. Most people's ambition is set too low because of one time they're disappointed or not supported. They fear ridicule, criticism, or potential failure. Call out. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. James Dean. Ever wonder why some pro athletes lose a major competition even when they're heavily favored and superior to the victorious opponent? It's the very same reason why you can't achieve a goal you've set out for yourself. The difference maker in the equation is that of desire. You've heard the stories of the mom lifting the car off her child, of people up against impossible odds, but still finding a way to survive. Unbending will and desire to preserve their life or the life of a loved one is the key. Strong will and desire are the powerful human emotions that can turn the tide and be the difference maker. We need to understand why it is we want to achieve certain goals and what drives us. This is how we identify our true desire. In life, behind every action is the motivating power of desire. Every action, good or bad, stems from desire. First comes a clear mental image of what you want. Then comes the desire. Let's explore the expansion of consciousness as it relates to desires and intentions. Some people believe in the mindset of the go-with-the-flow plan of action, whereas others believe that hard work and careful planning are the keys to success. In fact, the best course of action to succeed merges both perspectives together, moving forward. The higher your vibration frequency and self-awareness, the better you're connected to universal source energy. In this way, consciousness brings its own fulfillment. The mechanics of desire and intentions will naturally find the easiest and best path to fulfillment. You just need to have the patience and trust that this is so, and don't get in the way of it. The more you succumb to your want to interfere and paddle upstream against the natural flow and current, the less likely you'll succeed in your wants and aspirations. This is to say, you must trust and believe in the process, and don't try to control the process so much. You must believe and let it flow and manifest naturally on its own timeline. You must let go of your matrix programming and preconditioned negative thinking. Release the paradigms ingrained within your consciousness. Step aside, get out of the way, and let your all-powerful subconscious mind do its thing. Let it do what it is magically capable of and was created for, which is to link up with the infinite intelligence and become in harmony with the universe, the quantum field of existence, and start manifesting what you genuinely desire and visualize in your heart, mind, and soul. The mental image must always precede the material form. Visualization of what you want is key each and every day, as the mental pictures and details will become clearer and clearer to you. Visualize the manifestation of your desire and imprint that vision to your heart, mind, and soul. Live, breathe, and believe it. Desire needs to merge with a confident expectancy that you will attain your desire. Desire and demand what you want just as you demand and desire to breathe. Think thoughtfully about what you desire, and be sure this is what you want, that its fruition will improve your life and lift you spiritually. At every turn, the thing you want is asking, "Do you really want me?" Thus, the saying, "Be careful what you wish for, because you may well receive it." The fact is, as you increase your desire and visualization of what you want, that which you want begins to assemble and starts moving toward you. Know what you want and create a fixed idea clearly in your mind. Demand what you want with a confidence, trust, and understanding that the infinite intelligence is real and is busy at work assembling the people, things, and circumstances needed to bring your aspirations to fruition. Faith and hope. Part of life is there's going to be so many struggles, disappointments, challenges, setbacks, and dark days. Part of sustaining and making it through all of that is maintaining faith and hope. Faith and hope isn't just something that is an airy concept. It is a psychological need to believe that we can not only withstand trial and tribulation, but that we can overcome and succeed, live our dreams, and make a difference. Hope isn't something that you actually have or lose. We don't have hope, we generate hope. We don't have happiness, we generate happiness. We don't have sadness or fatigue and negative feelings, we generate them. The very thoughts we feed our psyche generate the emotions we're feeling. When your phone is dying, you plug it in to charge it up. When your hope is dying, you plug it in and charge it up. Happiness, positive energy, and enthusiasm. When those things are going down, focus, plug back into your passions, to your dreams. Charge yourself back up. The power of hope is a real and renewable resource. Hope is always a guiding light, even in your darkest days. Hope and fear cannot occupy the same space, so invite the vibration of hope to stay. We hope for the best when someone is sick or in trouble, but there's a deeper understanding to hope. Hope can be a life-supporting force that gives us more control over how each day unfolds. Most people don't realize hope has enormous power. Everyone knows that life is always uncertain. The fear of uncertainty and trying to control every detail of your life is the path of fear and anxiety, which leads to a life of insecurity, low expectations, and unfulfillment. The other path is to embrace uncertainty for its creative potential and its ability to make life new every day. If you take this path, life becomes ever-expanding creative fulfillment and security, a strong sense of self and steady process of awakening. Moving forward in that hope becomes very different. Instead of being a form of wishful thinking, it becomes an intention that the universe carries out the purpose to ignite your vision. Hope and faith can be a real force in your life. Is there an aspect of your life you hope will get better? A job that has stopped being challenging? A crappy, unfulfilling relationship? Or simply a problem to be solved? Have you been hoping things will get better as a whole? Your life journey begins today. The first step is to ask yourself how hope is working for you right now. Are you moving steadily in the direction of fulfilling your hopes and dreams? Begin to discover that hope and faith are your source of strength. They support life from the very center of your being. Hope is always available. When we see life through a lens of hope, everything can change. This can be a challenging practice when you're in the center of the storm, but what looks like a dark patch at the outset can actually be a beautiful turning point. It's hard to see when you're going through a shit storm, but there's always a rainbow behind the clouds. You can choose to feel loved even when there's a conflict. You can make the choice to expand your awareness and make positive choices on the foundation of hope and faith. When we're faced with a difficult situation, we have the choice of two reactions: hope or despair. When you choose hope, you open your mind and can then begin to imagine other possibilities when you're facing significant life-changing situations. Too many people lose hope after the smallest of resistance and will often put off a courageous life-improving course of action. I say, go for it now. Hope is in this moment and every moment. Don't waste another second. Real hope is a quality that exists in consciousness, like that for joy and love. When the situation is hopeless, we're not seeing clearly to activate hope. It happens now because hope is a part of our present awareness. Otherwise, hope is a dream of the past or the future. Everything depends on how we choose to relate to uncertainty, but just like life's constant stream of challenges, hope and faith allows you to embrace uncertainty and remain optimistic. Through this inner strength of hope, we can work through a crisis in uncertain times. When self-doubt appears, you feel weak and afraid, not because of outside forces beyond your control, but because of the self-doubt that comes from being disconnected from your true self. When you doubt yourself, you can't trust anyone or anything. The most loving and trustworthy person will and can only reflect your inner self's fear of being let down, which is the same as expecting to be let down. People who have been routed by failure, such as finances and personal relationships, typically believe circumstances outside themselves are at fault. Trust and belief are two other qualities that support our journey of hope. If you look for an outcome but don't believe it will happen, you're giving yourself false hope. If you have no trust that a good outcome is possible, that truth defeats hope. Trust and belief are two things we have control over. Everyone has core beliefs about how life works out. These core beliefs are about what we think is fair and unfair, right and wrong. When someone believes life is unfair, they miss the point that they are responsible for creating their own reality, equal to the vibration they set forth. This negates the victim mentality and promotes the realization that we are fully empowered to take the actions and make the choices and embrace a way of thinking and being that will bring us the happiness in life we desire. It's up to you, and it's on you, to create the reality you desire. Gratitude is the ultimate spiritual solution to help you connect to the power of hope. With hope, you can experience a feeling and sense of peace overtake you that burns off doubt and anxiety. Through hope, faith, and trust, you are lifted, connecting to yourself without judgment. This is an essential part of the journey of hope. Most people focus attention only on the level of the problem rather than the level of the solution. Imagine your problem is trying to find a book in a dark, cluttered basement, and you cannot see clearly, and you keep banging your head. If you focus on the problem, you try to protect your head and squint harder as you keep searching through every box. If you focus on the solution, you pause, find the light switch, and turn on the lights, so you can see everything clearly, and then find the book. Expanding our awareness through meditation is like turning on the lights. We automatically open ourselves to the universe of alternatives. That light of consciousness that gives us the ability to solve the problem, knowing our expanded awareness always offers a solution in every circumstance we may encounter. Be open and alert and know that hope is always on your side. We can find a reason to hope in every situation. So many of us look to the future for a moment of happiness or contentment. I will be happy when. We adopt this thinking because we are not present in the moment, allowing our true spiritual self to get in the flow of now, in the present, where we can find a place of happiness. To be one with life is being one with the present, to become self-aware. You don't live through your life, but your life lives through you. You're not playing, you're being played. Life is the dancer, and you are the dance. We are the instrument that universal source energy flows through. All you need to do is let go of the paradigms holding you back and go and become immersed with the flow of universal source energy. Stop yourself from blocking your own potential. Believe and trust and go with the natural flow. Understand in life we will always be learning, but with practice you will discover the quest for awareness and self-enlightenment much easier than most people believe. Call out. When you open your heart, you will find the power of hope. By activating hoping awareness, you bring new possibilities to light within yourself. You don't have to force yourself to see hope. You summon it as part of who you are. Learn to trust and let optimism arise naturally to activate hope. We bring attention to our presence of awareness. This awareness is like the stream on which our feelings and thoughts of sensations are projected. Compassion flows with feeling. When you open your heart, you will find the power of hope. Compassion is another quality of our consciousness that gives hope its power. Compassion creates an intimate bond from heart to heart of being open and accepting in everyday life with someone who becomes a close ally, friend, or lover. At first, feelings can be uncertain and vulnerable. Compassion, however, is not distracted and is not restricted. It shines its light through and melts uncertainty and feelings of vulnerability. Belief. One of our most overlooked superpowers in life is the unbelievable power of belief. Perhaps the greatest power of all is the power of belief. Develop and focus your desire, your passion, and belief for what you aspire to accomplish. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are deserving and worthy. Believe that with persistence and a burning desire rooted deep within your heart, that you simply cannot be denied your success. From birth through our formative years, we have been programmed to the matrix, given our beliefs and habits of thought from our parents, our peers, our environment, and surroundings. To live, absorb, and embrace a belief system that is for more the benefit of others than for us, that does not serve our best interests, and in fact is self-sabotaging our potential growth and success. What do you really desire? What do you truly want? You need to keep your ambitions in front of you, to keep the flame of motivation going. Your belief needs to embrace a mindset of expectancy. Expectancy is a belief that not only is it possible for you, but you can do it and have personal control. It's the autonomy that says, I know what I believe in, my ability to figure this out, and I know I can move the needle of progress forward. You expect your dreams to happen, and you expect that you have the strength and confidence to make them happen. Call out. Beliefs can empower us or cage us in forever. Beliefs are that powerful. When you trust your true self, you believe in the part of you that knows you can do this. You can do better. The key to trust is going within, following your intuition, and facing the unknown. You control what you believe. Your beliefs determine what you manifest in your life when you allow yourself to be vulnerable. You can trust that no matter what happens, the universal source energy loves you, encourages you, walks beside you, and lives within you, nurturing your greatest self and source of your greatest empowerment waiting for your expression. Now, some may read that passage and think, is he saying that God loves us, walks beside us, nurtures us, and lives within us as our greatest source of empowerment? And the answer is hell yes. And my good old buddy, loving Jesus as well. But that's me, and for people that are not religious or believe a different religion, they are free to call God the infinite intelligence, the superconscious mind, or whatever they please. It's no wonder so many people struggle. We're wandering around lost in a self-created prison based upon self-sabotaging, inefficient belief systems we got from others who are just as lost, preconditioned, and brainwashed as we are. And we're completely oblivious to the fact. Have you ever stopped and thought about why you value and buy into certain habits and beliefs that you've simply been conditioned by people, your culture, and environment growing up to believe? Have you stopped to think whether some of these beliefs are limiting your potential, and just why the hell you still believe them? Imagine you're a vulnerable toddler. You can't fend for yourself. You look up to see these adult humans much larger than you that feed, clothe, and protect you. They teach you the language, how to read, and little tricks that make your life easier. So, if they tell you to cheer for the Vancouver Canucks and hate the Toronto Maple Leafs, why wouldn't you? And if they told you to believe that one political party is better than another, why wouldn't you? And if they told you to believe one race of people is superior to another, why wouldn't you? So, if they were to tell you that you're too stupid, too fat, too short, too ugly, that you're not worthy, that you're a loser, you'll never amount to anything in life, it is possible that you will come to the realization years later, reading these words, that you've been spending your entire life unaware as to why you've never felt fulfilled, happy, or whole, and like someone who is deserving of success and good things in life. We're all riddled with insecurities, and to make positive life-altering changes to our habits, beliefs, and perspective, way of living means facing the anxiety and fear that accompanies significant change that so many experience. The term associated with the ingrained negative neural pathways throughout your mind causing harmful self-sabotaging thought processes is schema scripts. These are cognitive processes within your mind, and the role they play in social interactions and how you view and live your life each day can be determined by them, for better or worse. As far as processing new ways and thoughts to process your schema scripts, current ingrained way of thinking, you're more likely to accept information and influences that fit comfortably with how you mentally process life and reality, even if they are negative or harmful. They are the comfortable evil we've been conditioned to throughout our lifetime.